You're watching Phantoms Youth Hockey only on Nick's Hockey Broadcast.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Steel Ice Center, where today Phantoms Youth 18AA will take on Team Philadelphia 18AA. Here at Steel Ice Center is the first day of October. We ironically have two teams in Halloween-like colors in orange and black. And as for the Phantoms for this season, the record is 5-5-0. Meanwhile, Team Philadelphia has been undefeated and relentless so far this season, as they are 6-0, and they're looking to continue their winning streak early on to the year. If they win today, it'll be 7 wins in a row. You shall see what will happen, and we will be back for the first period face-off. Welcome to Steel Ice Center, where today Phantoms Youth 18AA will take on Team Philadelphia 18AA. The Phantoms so far this season are 5-5-0. Meanwhile, Philadelphia has had a great start, to say the least, as they are undefeated with a 6-0 record. And now Team Philadelphia will play their 7th game of the regular season, as they will go against another team, ironically, in Halloween colors, as we reach the first day of the October month. In goal for the Phantoms, number 39, Noah Connor. He's played 5 games, goals against average 2.59, save percentage of .884. And in goal for Team Philadelphia, number 27, Dante Giustriano. In 3 games, he has a goals against average of 3.92, a save percentage of .851. Ferguson will go for the draw for Lehigh Valley. As we're about to go away, it's Ferguson against Graham, and we are underway here back at Steel Ice Center for another edition of Phantoms Youth Hockey. As off the draw, Nunziata will wait on the corner as the game has just begun back here at Steel Ice Center. It's nearly kept on the point, but the Phantoms clear it all the way down, and there will be no icing as it was past the red line. Bench hit there by Pachenko, but now Bench will stay within his balance, and he'll leave it behind himself there for Sabato. Bench kicks it within his skates, lobs it through centers, and now goes over the line. Hoban now passes behind himself, but Hoban, who just made that pass, leads the entire team in points and goals with 8 goals, 2 assists, and 10 points so far 6 games into the regular season. As now Nathan Bench goes over the line, he gets taken down over the blue line. He's still down on the ice. He's wrapped up with 2 Phantoms, but everyone gets back on their feet. Sabato now hits it off the boards, but the Phantoms take it away. It's Ashton Ledger on the defense. As the assistant captain goes behind the goal, Lester waiting for some options. And now backhanded aside, as now it's scooped up there by Timothy Alexander. Going to try to center it across, but nobody there for Lehigh Valley to tip it in. As Sabato races the other way, drops it there to Bench, but it goes all the way down as Team Philadelphia will get a first line change of the period. McGuinn clears it all the way down as Sargent, and now the Team Philadelphia will keep it within the zone. They nearly get a shot on net, deflects off a player. I believe taking the shot on net there was Vuz. And now it takes its time. Now goes back to the point. A wrist shot nearly goes all the way towards the side of the net. Taking a kind of a weak wrist shot there was Nicholas White from the point. It's kept in there by Robinson. Nicholas White will wait again on the left point. He takes a wrist shot. It goes around off the stick of a own player for Philadelphia. It's kept in there in the highest one. White tried to jab it down. It was a near high stick. An arm is up in the air. It appeared to be in high stick. We'll see if it results in a penalty or not. Off the type as the Phantoms try to keep it within the zone. Robinson tried to get it out of the way, but it's now Long. Keeps it on the point. Shot by Freeman. Deflects wide off the glass and stays in play. As now Glenn tried to backhand it to Freeman. Phantoms try to set up. Freeman pressuring there. Tries to escape a few defenders for Team Philadelphia. Comes free to the point as Schloss trying to keep it in, and now goes to Long. Long takes a shot. It's blocked out by Glenn. Rebound was fanned on it. Went off a stick and right into the crease as Team Philadelphia gets a whistle for a defensive faceoff. Philadelphia wins the draw as Graham will now take his time on the wing. He lost his stick. He lost the puck off the stick from Schoss. Good defensive read. As it comes free towards the corner, but the Phantoms will now get it out. Pyra Pavel centering feet to Freeman, but he lost control. As Bentz will now make the pass all the way now, going the other way. It's Hoban. Hoban, too many defenders around him to make a play. As they battle for it from the boards, it comes free. Philadelphia nearly gets a centering pass, but they're unable to keep it in. Bentz will now clear it off of a Phantoms player. It appeared to go off of Phantoms defenseman Thomas Pyra Pavel, but now they'll regroup once more. It's dumped all the way back down by Bruneman. But Nunziata will take the puck instead. Philadelphia gets some fresh legs back on the ice as Ferguson lost his twig. Now he picks it back up, and now Philadelphia goes the other way. It's a 2-on-2 nearly developing on the line change. It's kept in from the high slot. The shot goes right into the pads of Connor, and he stops play as he denies Voice. I believe a player is down on his knees near the net. It appears to be a player for Philadelphia. It's Nugent. He appears to be a little shaken up, but he is back on his feet. And it looks like he'll stay on the ice. Phantoms winning off the tie-up as Ferguson had a piece of it. As Philadelphia tried to get it across, but it goes off the pad of Connor. He stumbles down on the crease like a snow angel. But thankfully the puck wasn't turned over, and now he's back into proper positioning. Ferguson tried to clear it, and he can't get up. White as he hits it off the high glass. Nugent tried to get it across to the wing as now they'll battle for it in the corner. Comes free now to the right point to get a wrist shot all the way towards the crease, and may have deflected on the way. It almost looked like a knuckle puck going towards the net, but it would not go. As Philadelphia is keeping it, they should get a shot right off the pad of Connor again. Stuffing Voice, who's gotten a few good offensive opportunities the last few moments as the Phantoms clear. Ethan Robinson. Watch out. Adams nearly takes it away as White hits it off the boards. Velez hits Adams on the high shoulder as Murphy can't keep it in the zone. Philadelphia will now try to bring it all the other way, and they do. It goes on the wing. Adams, Shaw trying to pressure there on Genius as the Phantoms try to get out of the zone, but they can't. Still stays onside. Janez has it on the corner, but now it comes free as the Phantoms will carefully bring it through neutral ice. It's Tyler Adams, a member of the Emmaus Hornets. Boonerman now brings it across now to Bentz. 12 minutes to go in the first period. It's still no score here. It's Steel Ice Center in this game between Phantoms Youth 18AA and Team Philadelphia 18AA. Boonerman couldn't get to the puck in time as Team Philadelphia will have to bring it back over the blue line on an onside play. Boonerman now has the puck open in midair, goes off of Sargent. Sargent tries to keep it in, but now the Phantoms will clear it all the way down. It deflects into the pads there of Dufresciano. It made a weird bounce. He almost seemed a little surprised, but he's got it, and we get a whistle with 11:37 to go in the first. Back underway now as Lehigh Valley will try to go on the way on 2-on-2 as Ferguson gets, that was Hall with a shot, goes behind the boards. It goes right into the pad on the side of the net of Dufresciano, but he covered it. Shots on net, 6-2 in favor of the visitors. Phantoms nearly seemed to won the draw, but it goes right into DiFusciano, excuse me, as he'll cover up once more. Ferguson wins the offensive draw, but now Nukin's the nearest player on the ice of the puck, but now it comes to center ice, as the Phantoms will try to carefully bring it back into the opposition's territory. Booneman couldn't get it out, and now goes to Freeman. Takes a wrist shot, stopped there off the pillow pad of DiFusciano. As now Freeman goes down from behind. He's hit there by Robinson. Freeman's the nearest Phantom, too. It's two Phantoms and 3 players for Philadelphia. After it comes free to the point there, Pyro Pavel is unable to keep it in. As now it goes to the other side of Darren Freeman. Freeman clears it all the way down. No icing here. That goes off the stick, and now White will hit it off the boards. As the Phantoms are unable to keep it in, as Nukin had a piece of it for a second, but Ferguson will win the race. 10 minutes to go in the first period. It's still no score here in Lehigh Valley. Pyro Pavel will now give it to the other side to his other defenseman, Leisure. As Tyler Glenn gives it back to Pyro Pavel. He'll get it in the corner. As now we get a whistle. It appeared to go onto the blue line, so we appear to have an offside call here against Philadelphia. Shaw won the offensive faceoff on the offside dot. As now Lesher hits it off to the center ice boards. We have an arm up in the air. It appears to be an icing against the home Phantoms. Phantoms bring it the other way now. Off the draw goes off the glove there of Bruneman, but now it's as Shaw was thinking about bringing it in, but it was offsides already, and we get a stoppage of play. Bentz had hit it off his stick as Philadelphia tried to clear it all the way down. Clearing it there was Ryan Stark. As Ashton Leser waits on the left side, trying to clear it. It goes off the glove of Bentz into the Phantoms bench for a brief second. So that will be a whistle since it went out of play. And they'll re-drop the puck somewhere near center, but more likely the offside dot, and they will. Philadelphia off the draw. That puck goes off the Phantoms bench door of the boards as they try to center in front, but nobody there. Brandon Pachenko, the recently named captain of the Phantoms team, tried to clear it out, but Bentz pressured to keep it back into Phantoms territory. Booneman gets it across, but it was a fan to pass. Phantoms will try to keep up the pressure on the forecheck. As they get to the other side, Bentz try to pitchfork it out, but the Phantoms keep it. It gets shot right on net from the point from Schoss, but it was seen all the way. Graham won the defensive faceoff as Pachenko made a nice hit there on Robinson. As Graham gets it out to the other side of Nicholas White. That pass is nearly taken away, but Philadelphia will go the other way. Here comes Hoban, the points leader, as he rushes on the wing. Tries to fling it across to the right wing to Robinson, and he gets a shot on net that deflects off the side of the net. I'm not sure if it went on net, but it would not go. One of the better offensive opportunities for Philadelphia so far early into the game. As the Phantoms try to clear it over the line, they can't, and now they do. As of the captain for Philadelphia, Graham will now take it back on the right wing. Clears it as he was over the red line. No icing as it was waved immediately. Schoss had it for a second. Hall could. As Philadelphia will try to reset up within another chance on the other side of the ice. But the Phantoms take it the other way. It's a near 2-4 nearly developing. Taking a shot on net there was Hall, but it went wide of the net. as Graham was the nearest player from Philadelphia to it, but Leisure will clear it on the backhand sweep. And this will not be icing as White tried to clear it all the way down to the other side, but it's kept in there by Anuziata. But it was not kept in there for long, as Philadelphia on a line change will get fresh legs. Phantoms trying to rush the other way. 4 new players out for Philadelphia. Cleared all the way back down there by Tim Alexander. Bentz made a nice move there on Alexander as he makes a nice feed to Nugent as he falls on his balance and seems to be a little shaken up as he's going towards the corner. As meanwhile, the puck is battled within the corner, goes off the glass. Nugent is back on his feet to get a shot near the goal, but went off the stick of Alexander, it appeared to be, as Bruneman has it on the corner. Bruneman escapes one, trying to get across on the centering pass, but the Phantoms are still unable to keep it out. They've had some trouble with the puck in their own end so far. It's still kept in. Goes to the high spot, but the Phantoms will finally get it out for now. But it's dumped all the way back out. Genius, the nearest player for Philadelphia on the puck, and now goes back all the way to the other point. It's Benz. Settles to the side as the Phantoms will try to develop something. Benz made a nice play off the glove as the Phantoms try to rush the other way on that 2-on-1 near development, but it was a good two-way play at neutral ice. Meanwhile, it's kept all the way back out. That knuckle puck of a pass goes all the way to the corner for Philadelphia. 6 minutes to go in the first. It's still scoreless. Shots on that 6-4 in favor of Philadelphia. More battling from the boards. It's Freeman will now get it out. Glenn was the nearest Phantom to it. He may have gotten a piece of it. It was cleared all the way down. As Genius will now clear as a Phantom gets hit hard towards the boards there by Genius. Getting hit there from the blue line was Ashton Lezer. As Genius lost his stick, he now has it back to his head. There's a slap shot by Robinson. It goes right into the bare chest of Connor. Off the glass it goes as Robinson's hit there by Murphy. As while we're early on to this game, the Phantoms got to really work on getting the puck out of their own end if they want to get better chances on net so far. But still, we're early on as Robinson nearly blew a tire as he's somewhat hit there on the side of his body. He's got a lot of snow on the back of his pants as the Phantoms will now have the puck go all the way down to the other side of the rink. Robinson back to Graham. Rushes with speed. Holds on. Takes a shot on net. Goes way wide of the post. As he didn't really have much reinforcements with him going the other way. Less than 5 minutes to go in the period. As now is brought in there by Shaw. Shaw get it across there to Adams, but he couldn't connect the play. Shaw. Phantoms try to set up. Shaw when a shot goes off of Benz's skate. It was a fan play. As Lehigh Valley will try to bring it back in. They do successfully. It's near a 1-on-3 as now maneuvering around there is Shaw. Shaw still bouncing the puck around, but he lost control. He was going on not 1, not 2, but 4 players for Philadelphia. Almost looked like all defenders as he's still around on his own. And it finally comes through. He's a near slap shot chance for Shaw. But now it's a 3-on-1 developing here. It goes to Hoban. Waits on the wing. Trying to get it across there, but he couldn't get a shot. Here's a shot. Save made by Connor. Here comes the captain the other way. Pachenko waits on the side. Holds on. Trying to wrap it around, but he has too many players for Philadelphia around him. He goes down. Some good chances for both sides as Hathaway tried to bring down Hoban, but he did not move a muscle. That backhand clear is unable to get back out. It's kept into the carry back in by Lesser. His more of a pass goes off the twig of Hathaway on the shaft part. Bentz hits it off the glass, but it's still kept in by Lehigh Valley. Shaw, as that gets hit by a high stick. So there will be no whistle. It's a fan play there. The Phantoms nearly had a takeaway as they tried to clear it all. As Bruneman tried to clear, but he fanned on it. But luckily, at least from Philadelphia's perspective, it did not hurt them in any way. Nugent, as he lost the puck, it was within his skates, didn't know where it was, tried to jab it out of the skates of Hall as we get a whistle here. I believe we have... Do we have a penalty coming up?
That's not good.
It's a penalty against the Phantoms, and it appears to be on Aiden Hall for 2 minutes. 3:03 to go in the first 2 minutes on the power play. Shots on net 8-4 in favor of Philadelphia.
Second period now underway now. It's no score after one. Shots on net 11-5 in favor of Philadelphia as we get a whistle here. And it looks like we have another interference penalty. It's likely on Philadelphia as they were the last team to touch it. Penalties have been quite common early on into this game. Going in now, we have going into the box now for Philadelphia is Nicholas White, defenseman. Phantoms trying to win the defensive draw. You can hear Connor whacking his stick as penalties are about to expire there for Philadelphia. Coming out of the box now was Voice. As Pachenko is hit there by Nugent, captain for the Phantoms. Freeman now getting it out to Pachenko as Pachenko will take it around to the corner, but Voice got it out of his reach. Tyler Glenn hits it, trying to clear it all the way down through center, but it's taken there by Nugent, and now he'll go in the right wing. Nugent takes a shot, and rotating his glove like a windmill in the field is Noah Connor. Good glove stop there to keep the shutouts alive for both teams so far in the second period. Graham versus Ferguson. Ferguson comes up with it. Shaw could, as he was hit there with his stick from Graham. With 1:20 to go on the penalty against Philadelphia. This is a power play for the Phantoms as Lesher gets it through center, brought over the line by Ferguson. Waits on the wing, holds on, letting it go, but it's blocked down. And I believe the puck is within a player's equipment, but now the puck is loose. It almost looked like Benz thought the puck was within his pants or his jersey, but it was not. I'm not sure where it was, but it came free not too long after the stoppage, and now they regroup for yet another faceoff. 1:07 to go on the penalty against Nicholas White for Philadelphia. Appear to have a player coming back into the game. All right. Hathaway couldn't come up with it, but now the Phantom set up. Shaw leaves it there for Lesher. Lesher trying to get it across it, but it goes off the stick there. Goes off the stick of Bentz and deflects over the glass. And they'll have to bring the puck back in unless they have a new puck ready for the faceoff. And we have a slight blackout. The lights been going out here at Steel Ice Center. I'm not sure what happened. Lights went off for a few seconds. I'm not sure if someone was playing with the switches or if we just had a slight malfunction. The music went out as well. Our stream is still live since this is a wireless stream. And we'll likely resume play shortly unless the lights decide to go out for another second. They appear to be back to be stabilized. And now we resume play. You don't see that happen every day as the puck goes out of play into the Phantoms bench. Hathaway keeps it there for Shaw. Shaw, as Glenn tried to keep it in, as Shaw tried to keep it within the line, but for the third straight time, the puck goes back out of play within the same area of the rink at Steel Ice Center. Shaw off the draw now as Ashton Lesher hits it off the boards nearly near the linesman, but he was able to duck in time. But the puck was likely not going to hit him anyway, but it's good to duck just in case. As meanwhile, Shaw gets a shot, but it deflects wide off the side of the cage. Ledger trying to wrap it around, jab it in front there, but it stays out as we get some pushing and shoving after the affair. The net comes off its moorings as DiTriano made a nice save as Lesher was threatening to wrap it around and try to get the first goal, but it would not go. We still are scoreless in this game. And the lights are out yet again. Not sure exactly what's causing that. The scoreboard ran out of power for a second, but it did not lose track on what the score was, and the times at least. I'm not sure what is causing this. We'll get meanwhile, as the lights went out, we had a Phantom go into the penalty box, and it appears to be Phantom's captain, Brendan Pachenka. And we'll have the officials talk to the coaches on the bench, likely talking about our little situation with some electricity here. But the players at least get a little rest here for these next few moments. The move the face-off all the way down in the Phantoms' territory because Brendan Pachenko's in the box for the Phantoms. Hopefully the lights can stay back on for the rest of the game. As usually try to keep it in, and it goes off of Hall as he's down on the side of the boards, but he gets back up on his feet. Ashton Lezer has the puck within his own reach, but now Hall trying to scoop it back out, trying to settle it aside. Hall can't get it out. They get a shot on it from Philadelphia. It goes off the stick of Thomas Pyra-Pavel. Good defensive read as the hit goes right near the camera, but thankfully the glass was able to save my camera and me. Pyra-Pavel gives it to Alexander. It's turned over there by Sabato. Keeps it within the line. Sabato, as he has no players for Philadelphia for help. Now he's got players over the line. Sabato waits. Trying to fling it across. Nearly looked like an Andrei Svestikov move for a second as he had the stick on the paddle, as meanwhile Velez keeps it in. Velez shoots one off the chest there. Rebound was loose as Sargent will try to backhand it out. Tim Alexander tries to dump it all the way back down, but Bentz got in the way. He goes down on his feet. Alexander trying to get it out of him, but there'll be a whistle, and is there a penalty assessed? It is. It's a cross-checking call. And it appears to be against the Phantoms. Tim Alexander will go in for 2 minutes. Penalties being very common on both ends. It hasn't been that much of a disciplined game for either side, and yet it is still scoreless. Long against Graham. Long wins it. Philadelphia had it for a second as Hoban tried to keep it within the point to Bentz, and now he comes up with it. Bentz centering it across. They try to get a shot. Nice pad stop there by Connor as Hoban takes it back on the wing. Pressured there by Lezer as it comes free again. Long trying to get it back out, and he does. He'll take his time as he clears for the Phantoms. He'll try to win the race, and he does, but it will still be nice. Just to be clear, this is not NHL rules when you clear it all the way down on a penalty kill. That is not icing. It is icing here in the Atlantic Hockey Federation, at least in this conference. 13:46 to go in the second period. Long gets Hoban. Two really good players for what they are. And this league is now, they try to keep it in. It goes to the high slide. Trying to center it, pass across. Oh, and Velez couldn't finish it. He pulled the trigger, but the puck just went wide. Velez now takes it again, trying to get some redemption. Gets it back to Sabato. Time winding down the power play. As Benz waits, holds on, got to get across on the skate. Save made by Cutter, jabbed away there. As the scramble there is good. Sabato, as he lost his stick. As Long tried to clear it all the way down, as Graham is unable to keep it in. Here comes Philadelphia. Bliss shoots one. It goes off the side of the cage and may have went off the iron. As Graham holds on to the corner. Relentless pressure for Philadelphia. Centering feed. Blocked down. Rebound was fanned on wide as Graham will take it back in. Philadelphia relentless on these chances. They get a slap shot, goes wide. It may have been a screen for Connor, but it did not hit his pad on the net whatsoever. Best scoring chances for either side within these last few moments for Philadelphia. As it comes free, Long flings it across, goes all the way to the other corner. As Lehigh Valley escapes that counterattack for Philadelphia. 23 seconds to go in the penalty against Alexander, as he still is waiting to get out of the box of shame. Thomas Pyra-Pavel over the red line. As Dufresne waits, it's nearly taken away by the Phantoms. They try to get it across as it was a steal behind the net, but that puck goes right into the chest of the Team Philadelphia netminder, Dante Dufriano. Off this faceoff, Shaw's an easy wrist pass as Adams and Shaw wait on the corner. A player goes down there, falling down there, being hit. In front there was Robinson off Long. Meanwhile, Stark trying to keep it back in, but they'll bring it back to the corner. Genius and Shaw and McGlade try to get it back out, and Adams takes it away. Brought in the other way from Shaw, gets it to Long. Long with speed, trying to get the puck. Gets a shot, goes wide off the angle try for the member of the Central Catholic Saints. Tyler Adams had it for a second. Shaw could. Adams back to Shaw, waits on the forehand, trying to make some moves on the play, trying to deke around as he was moving to the left side and center, but it was an easy glove save for Dante Giustriano. Ferguson against Caleb Redmond. As Ferguson won, it goes off the pad of there, Dutriano, but it will not go, as now Hoban will try to get it back to Bentz. Bentz has been quite active with the puck for Team Philadelphia so far in this game. 11:16 to go in the second period as that puck goes off the glass into Team Philadelphia's bench. And they'll redraw somewhere in neutral ice. Penalties, as I said earlier, have been quite common. It's amazing how many penalties that have been assessed, and yet no goals still for either side. We'll see if we see that trend continuing on as we continue on in this game. Sargent trying to give it to Lesher as it comes free in the circle as Phantoms regroup on defense. Sargent nearly lost it. It was nearly turned over. He made a good defensive check there on the points leader and goals leader for Philadelphia, hitting Devin Hoban. Owen Ferguson waits on the wing, takes a shot from long range, but it's scooped aside by the breadbasket of Dante Dutriano. Lesher keeps it through. Ashton Lesher, who is having a pretty solid season, especially for a defenseman. They try to jab it away there on the high slide. His puck was still loose, but now goes behind the cage. More good chances for Lehigh Valley as the shots on net are a little more close to being even, as now the shots on net are 14-12 in favor of Philadelphia. Taking it ahead there. Nugent hits from behind. Janice had it for a second as now Graham trying to get it away from Brandon Pachenko, but now the captain will carefully bring it through neutral ice. Trying to pass it there, looking for someone to bring it all the way down as it will not be icing. Nicholas White try to get all the way down to center, and he does. He succeeds on that. And Sargent lost an edge. He went to the puck kind of slowly, but Graham takes it away. But Chankin will now get it over the blue line and succeeds. As now Janice trying to make some moves on Ryan Hathaway, but Nugent will clear it in the other way instead. Goes to the corner. Nolan Sargent will dump the puck back within his own territory. Pyra Pavel is intercepted there for Team Philadelphia was Ryan McGlade. Nugent up from the point is swallowed up by Noah Connor. Shaw won the defensive faceoff for a second. Is now cleared the other way. It's a near 3-on-2 developed for a second as Paul will try to get it to the corner. As Philadelphia will try to get it back through center. A player goes down for Philadelphia. He's still down on the ice. I didn't see exactly what happened or who it was, but there appears to be an injured player for Philadelphia. At least it seems for a moment, and now he gets back up on his feet. Going down there for a second was Caleb Redmond. He appears to be okay. Always good to see that. Always good to see a player at least get up not too long after something like that happens. But he appears to be all right, and he'll remain on this shift for Philadelphia. Shaw had the puck come towards him, but Pyra Pavel will have to clear it back out instead. As it's stuck between the center ice line, it finally comes free. Bench, it's nearly gloved. It may have went off the glove of Christopher Nuziata as Velez takes it away. Velez tried to send it across, but it was a fan play. Phantoms rushing with speed with a lot of numbers going the other way. Here's a Nuziata. Nuziata was a fan shot, went off of Benz. Puck to the back, though. It goes back to Shaw. Front of the net there is Hall, the big body. Is Nuziata. Gets a shot on net. A player goes down for the Phantoms, but it was off the screen. But it's covered up. You can see Hall, the big body, trying to make a screen. He went down. I'm not sure what exactly tripped him up, but he appears to be okay. As the Phantoms will get another offensive opportunity, at least on the face-off circle. Ferguson off the tie-up as now Nicholas White gives it to Hogan, but it's nearly kept in there for Phantoms, but they'll have to bring it back over the blue line, so it's onside, and that's shot back in by Henry Long. Still scoreless, 8:16 to go in the second period. Shots on net, 15-13 in favor of the Philadelphia as they get a shot on net there from Ashton Lezer. It's turned this side off the right pillow pad of Dante Dutriano. As Sabato will try to get it across to the left wing pass to Hogan. Hogan waits, shoots one, turning aside and shutting the door with both left and right pillow pads with Noah Connor as he if he shuts down the 5-hole. Hogan was trying to go for there, it appeared from this perspective. As White gets a shot to block down by Ferguson. A lot of blocked shots on that we've seen in this game, even if it's not the most obvious if you look closely. There's been a lot of good defensive reads for both sides as Philadelphia clears it all the way down, and it will result in a whistle for an icing call. They try to center it across to Pyra Pavel, but it's taken away there by him. McGlade keeps it on the zone of the defenseman. As now Philadelphia will try to keep it in the Porter. Janice try to jab away on Freeman. He now passes it to Glenn. Hit there near to the boards of the opposing team's bench. It's stuck between the blue line. It finally goes over the line. Pyra Pavel hit there from behind with a few stick checks by Bentz. And he's able to keep it in, but he was not able to keep it in. It went over the blue line for a split second for an offsides. Long against McGlade. Excuse me, McGlade is not a defenseman. He is a forward, excuse me for that little confusion. As Pyra Pavel will get around Janice near the opening door to the locker rooms for both the Phantoms and the visiting team. As now it's brought over the line of Philadelphia's own territory was McGlade. Phantoms keep it in. Freeman tried to make the center pass across. He nearly succeeds as Nolan Sargent's pass was blocked down. Tried to get it to Ferguson, it looked like, but it would not work out. Pyra Pavel leaves it there for Sargent. Goes off of Glenn behind him. He wasn't looking as now Philadelphia takes the other way. They bring it into the zone. Gets it back to the other side. It's bent. Shoots one, and it's gloved by Connor. Shaw won the tie-up as Nunziata tried to clear it off the skate. There at bench, but Philadelphia keeps it in for a second. Redmond, here's a shot by Nicholas White. It was more of a play, just keeping it in the zone, so it wouldn't be offsides. It's kept in the corner. Philadelphia tries to get it back out as the Phantoms will rush the other way. 5:56 accounting to go in the period. As Hathaway takes a shot from long range. Easy save made by Dante DiStriano as it goes to the corner. It's stuck behind the back of the cage, not in the cage, just behind it. As Machenka had it for a second, as now it goes the other way. It's a near 1-on-2 developing for Philadelphia. As now a poke check by Connor goes off the right pad. It was aggressive and nearly costed him, but it worked out for the Phantoms. As pressuring there was Velez, he was nearly threatening to get a shot on net, but now the Phantoms get a shot on goal. Goes off the chest of the netminder for Philadelphia. Some good chances for both sides within the last minute as the Phantoms cleared all the way down, but they nearly won the race. As Velez Anukin tried to center it across, but nobody there to tip in for his line mates. As Owen Ferguson will make the centering feed. It goes off a stick for a player for Philadelphia. Shaw's going to keep it in, as now it's kept in, coming in fresh out the back is Graham. Graham, centering pass, they score! Hoban! Graham came right out of the bench. Right at the right time, and it's a slam dunk for Devin Hoban. That is his 9th goal of the season, point number 11. And finally, with 4:53 to go in the second, it's 1-0 in favor of the visitors. That's an offsides here as Graham touches up. Crazy to think of all the power plays that have been assessed on both sides of this game. The only goal we have is even strength. No penalties were assessed during that play, ironically. Ferguson won the draw over the recent player that got the assist off the bench for Graham. It was good. It was a good play. It almost looked like one of those plays where a player comes out in the penalty box right in time for a breakaway or a 2-on-1 opportunity. That's what it kind of was. As Pyra Pavel hits it off the stick there of Sargent on the blue line. It goes over it as the Phantoms are now down by 1. Phantoms unable to keep it in as Pyra Pavel waits on the wing. Dumps it. It goes off the glove there of Bent. Knuckle puck comes all the way down. Connor aggressive again. He's been known to do that. It was a fan play as Hoban was threatening to nearly get the puck to try to get a second goal. Sabato waits on the wing. Waits on the side of the cage, as Hoban had it for a second. Kept in there. Shot on net. Save made by Connor. Rebound was loose. Here's the rebound, and Connor's got that one too. Sabato and Hoban have been make some good chances. I mean, that line, Sabato, Hoban, and Graham have been relentless in this game. They scored earlier, and they got more chances trying to extend it. Trying to extend the lead, at least. Long wins it defensively. Shaw spins it around as Philadelphia can't keep it in. Nicholas White is near interception to Long, but it was an offside as Stark was trying to get over the blue line in time, but he was way within the other zone before he could cross it. 3:45 to go in the second period. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. Devin Hoban with the first goal of the game. Getting the zone there was Stark for a second, but now Adams will steal it away through center. Brings it over the high slot. Makes a pass to the wing to get a wrist shot. Save made in front as Shaw gets a shot but goes over the crossbar. No Phantoms there to pick it up. Denise has it for Philly. Goes off a skate of a player for the Phantoms and looked like defensively. As Philadelphia will now bring it back out. Racing on the wing with speed is Ryan Stark. Runs into a player for the Phantoms. He ran into Bryce Shaw, the defenseman for Lehigh Valley. As Long will now hit it off the boards as they'll try to rush the other way. Tyler Adams off the high glass. Goes to the other side. Murphy Phantoms get a line change. They got to hurry up before Philadelphia rushes the other way as they bring it into the zone. It's jabbed off of the stick of Shoss. Denise isn't over the blue line, so they had to regroup. As Robinson was threatened there by Shaw on the board, so the puck can be taken away from him. As the puck comes up in the air, gravity brings it down. Pyra Pavel got a shot, but it goes wide as Christopher Nunziata try to keep it in the zone, but it's brought in back into Phantoms territory. Fresh legs out for Philadelphia. Pyra Pavel with Freeman in front of him. Passes it off the shin of Freeman. He wasn't ready, but Pyra Pavel will now try to clear it back out himself. But the Phantoms will try again. Tyler Glenn dumps it through the line, but Benz clears it over the blue line. As now Nugent brings it around the slot. As Connor tries to clear it again. It was a fan clear. It is harder to shoot as a goaltender, especially with a different type of shaft of a stick. But I think Connor's going to work on clearing the puck a little better because it can result in more turnovers. As now it's taken away there by Velez. Around the fence, trying to get a shot. He couldn't as he waits for some option. Centering pass. Standing on the plate was Nugent. He couldn't finish it. He had the puck on his blade, but he couldn't get a shot. As Glenn gets a shot, but it doesn't go on net. More chances there for Philadelphia. 1:33 and counting to go in the second. Still 1-0 Philly. As Nugent is out, hits down Aston Lesher as he was losing his balance. Nugent trying to center it, trying to make a pass across to Redmond, but we have an interference call yet again. It's on Nugent. He'll be in the box for 2 minutes. So with 1:22 to go in the period, the Phantoms will have a power play, and unless they score, it'll go into the third period, excuse me. Benz clears it all the way down. And it will not be icing as the puck slowed down just in time. Freeman nearly lost it, but now give it to Thomas Pyra Pavel. Adams centering feet across now to Long. Waits on the side. Long hangs on. Adams trying to keep it in. Last minute of the play in the second period. Pyra Pavel waits on the right side on the high spot. Backhanded pass there. Goes down to Long, but he couldn't get a good shot. It was more of a weak play as he hit the puck on a stick and flinged it out, but it did not go as Freeman keeps it on the line. Here's a fake one-timer by Adams. Adams, a member of the Emmaus Hornets of the Lehigh Valley Scholastic Hockey League, goes back to the high slot as now the Phantoms will try to set up here. Here's a shot on net, save made as Hall got a shot. It wasn't a screen as Philadelphia will get it out within their own zone. 25 seconds of counting to go in the period. Darren Freeman spins around. Graham was near him. Goes over the line. Holds on. Looking for some help. Nearly had it, but it's turned over as Philadelphia was unable to clear. It goes to Hall. Shoots one and deflects wide. And so that puck is hit on the side of the net as it's covered up there by Dante DiCiano as we get a whistle. 4.4 remaining in the second. 44 seconds remaining on the power play for the Phantoms. And that's the end of the second period. It's still 1-0 in favor of Team Philadelphia. We will be back for the third. Third period is now underway. 35 seconds to go on the power play for Lehigh Valley as they are trailing 1-0 with 1 period to go in regulation time. They gain the zone. Owen Ferguson waits. Backheads it aside off the boards. As Graham, the puck comes up into the air. Gravity brings it down. Freeman goes down. He lost his stick as we get a whistle as a result of that. And do we have a holding call coming up here? We do. It's on Graham, the captain. Phantoms will have a 5-on-3 advantage for 14 seconds, and then they'll continue on with 5-on-4. See if the Phantoms can take advantage of this with extra space on the ice for at least 14 seconds off the draw. They get a shot and then deflected wide. It goes off of Robinson. Hathaway took the wrist shot, but it was blocked down. Kept in there. Lesher shoots one, blocked down by Hathaway again. Pachenko keeps it on the side. The captain waits, looks for some options. Gets it out to Leisure. Waits. Hold on. Centering past to Shaw, but he couldn't finish it. As Zabato now clears to the other side. It's now 5-on-4, and this will be an icing call against Philadelphia. 1:37 remaining on the penalty against Graham for Philly. Hathaway able to come up with it as now Shaw hits it off the glass, goes to the other side. As Pachenko is hit there by Nicholas White as Hathaway now takes it again. He's been on the ice quite a bit in this power play these last few moments. Gets it to the other side. Here's a shot by Shaw, deflect off the stick of the twig of Ferguson and wide. Leisure off his skate. They try to jab Freeds. The puck is still loose. It goes off the right pad there as Ferguson takes it again. Waits, shoots one! Save made by Dante Dustriano, and he's got it. That is his 24th save of the game. For now, he still has his shutout alive. We'll see if he can hold on to it. 1:10 remaining on the minor penalty against Tucker Graham. Hathaway off the tie, becomes free. As Ferguson it was near to it, but Nugent, who recently caused the penalty for Philadelphia, gets it to the other side of the ice in Philadelphia territory. As Ferguson will take his time, leaves it there on the wing. It's the captain, Brendan Pachenko. Pachenko pumps the brakes. Tried to pass it across, but it was blocked down by Nugent again as now he clears it all the way down. 45 seconds to go on the penalty, 15-19 to go in the period. And in regulation, as the Phantoms are still down by 1. Brought over the line by the captain. Brendan Pachenko clears it all the way down. Hathaway scoops it out. As the Phantoms will try to set up more chances on the power play. Nuziata tried to get it to Hathaway, but he couldn't connect the pass as Bentz tried to clear it all the way down, but Pyra Pavel got to the blue line in time. It's kept it on the glass. Pyra Pavel has it again. Holds on. Lets it go! Save made. Rebound was loose, but we get a whistle. I'm not sure for what reason. Do we have a penalty? As Hathaway and Bentz were going after each other on the doorstep of the cage. And we'll see if any penalties result in that. No penalties, it doesn't seem. 12 seconds remaining on the penalty against Graham as he's standing up in the box waiting to be freed from the box of shame. And the power play has expired. Some good chances for Lehigh Valley, but it just wasn't enough. As Bentz backhands into the territories that get a shot on net, but Connor was able to turn it aside. I believe he got a piece of it with the right pad. It seemed like it from here. As we get yet another whistle, what is it going to be this time? Not sure exactly what the stoppage of play was, but they'll get a face-off to resume play anyway. There was no penalties as a result of that, as we've seen plenty of that so far in this game. As Lehigh Valley will try to take their time. It's kept in there on the left side. As Philadelphia try to get a shot in that, but it was more, actually they did not shoot. They held on. It goes off the skate there. Bruneman try to get it across, but they try to get a shot on net. It was more of a pass in front, but it would not connect. It was more of a sloppy read for Philadelphia. They just try to get it away as the Phantoms keep it back into the zone. But Nicholas White will now go on the right wing. Nicholas White holds on, try to set it across, but they couldn't get a pass for a play. They couldn't get a player for Philadelphia. It looked like interfering on the pass was Ashton Lesser. A good play. Freeman try to keep it in as it goes over the blue line. Sabato clears it all the way down. Once more, that's been a dump and chase that's been kind of common in this game, but that happens a lot in hockey, obviously, as that backhand shot was fanned on. Phantoms try to get it back out, and they do. It's a near 3-on-2 developing here if they can hurry, but they can't. Hall lost control as the Phantoms will get the next line back out into their ice. Robinson through center, but nobody there to bring it back into the zone. Philadelphia will have to bring it back out again. It's Robinson once more. Left wing pass, try to pass it to Ryan Stark, but they couldn't connect the play, and it'll result in an icing against the visitors. McGlade couldn't come up with it. They get a shot right on net there from Alexander, but it goes off the left pillow pad of the netminder for Philadelphia. Another good save. Dusriano still keeping the shutout alive. He stopped all 25 shots on net so far. Bentz off the stick of Bruneman, but it goes now to Pyro Pavel instead in his reach. Shoss off the stick of Pyro Pavel. Trying to connect the play through center to Shaw, but it goes off the stick of a winger for Philadelphia, so it will not be icing. Buderman. As Jeanson trying to get it through center, but now Buderman will bring it out himself. They bring it over the line. They get a shot on net. It's gloved there by Connor. Taking a shot on net was Connor Buderman, and he'll stop play once more. Ferguson on the corner. Phantoms have had the puck stuck in their own zone for the last few minutes. They're going to try to at least try to get it back out, and now they'll attempt it again. Ashton Lesher trying to get it to a home run pass to Shaw, but it goes off the stick of Nicholas White. Nolan Sargent holds on off the boards. It goes towards Murphy. As now Lesher will hit a player down for Philadelphia. He hit down Callan Redmond. As the Phantoms try to bring it the other way and they finally bring it into the zone, we'll see if they can keep the puck within the opposition's territory. It looks like they will for now. Ferguson passes it to the right corner. Shaw waits, but Redmond was there to it first. It goes off the skates of Pierre Pavel as now Philadelphia tries to rush the other way. Nugent couldn't. It goes off his skate. It's brought back in by Adams. His pass is blocked down by Robinson. As now the defense for Philadelphia hits it off the glass, but it's kept in there on the point. Here's a wrist shot was fanned out that was blocked down. So they got a shot on that for Lehigh Valley from the point was Pierre Pavel. Was out of the trapezoid zone, otherwise known as the other side of the cage, as Hoban won the race. It keeps it in for Philadelphia. Hoban, who already has a goal, keeping the offense going, trying to get it across, but nobody there to make a play for him behind him. As Shaw hits it off the boards, but it's kept in by Velez, goes off the high glass. As Philadelphia will have to regroup as it was over the blue line, not once but twice, but they'll have to regroup it regardless since there was an offsides here against the Phantoms. Philadelphia. Off to the draw. Brendan Pachenka has it. Hit there by Graham. As Bench will hold on, take his time, shoots it off the left side of the boards. Less than 10 minutes of counting to go in regulation. Phantoms are down by 1. While the shots on net have been even at 25, Philadelphia has had a lot more offensive opportunities in this period, just overall in general. As now blowing a tire there was Ashton Lezer as he tried to bring it over the blue line, but he failed. Possession, and quickly. They have time, and they got to get moving. Ashton Lezer of knuckle puck goes all the way down to the center. It's jabbed away by Glenn. Glenn now takes it on the wing. Glenn trying to fling it across, but Shaw couldn't get his shot. As now he nearly had it on the forehand. As Genison will now backhand it out for Philadelphia, but he can't get it out of the zone. It's kept in on the circle. Shaw had it for a second. Goes to the slot. It's kept in there by Shaw. Waits on the backhand. Keeps on the forehand. Waits on the corner. Holds on. Trying to get into free movement. He couldn't connect the play. Robinson and Glenn will now chase after it. Stark, hit there by Glenn. McGlade, as Stark goes down. Phantoms are unable to keep it in. Pierre Pavel clears it all the way down. Goes off the left pad there of Dante Giuliano, and he covers up right outside of the blue paint with 8:13 to go. Velez off the draw as the Phantoms keep it in to get a shot right from the point there from Shoss, as now Alexander trying to get it across, but now Nugent will now get it out for Philadelphia as he makes the left wing pass to Velez, as Velez now takes it on the left wing. Velez holds on, wrist shot, save made by Connor of the left pad as he goes down. We have some yelling coming from, I believe, Team Philadelphia's bench. I'm not sure exactly why we get a whistle. Maybe the puck was stuck somewhere. But they'll do a face-off in Philadelphia's offensive zone. As Boonman hits it off the high glass, but it does not go out of the play. Bryce Shoss trying to clear it back out. Nicholas Shoss, excuse me. Tim Alexander, a fan to clear, as Lehigh Valley still can't get it out. It's kept in there by Philadelphia. Nugent trying to get it across, but nobody there to take a shot on that for Philly. As Ferguson makes a move around, trying to get it through center, but they'll leave it there for his defense, Annunziata. As Ferguson will now give it down to Annunziata. That puck now goes over the blue line. Bentz will take his time as he clears it off the boards to Nugent. Nugent nearly lost the tire. Holds on. Shoots one, but it goes wide. And we have a player get hit from behind of the net. A player goes down for Philadelphia, and it will be a penalty against the Phantoms. I believe it was Nugent that got hit from behind. He got hit there by Christopher Annunziata as he slowly gets up and will take his time to get off the ice, or unless he'll stay on. Penalty on Christopher Annunziata for 2 minutes. Exactly 7 minutes to go regulation. Eugen taking his time to get back up into the bench, but it looks like he'll be able to stay in the game, it seems, for now, as the power play begins now for Philadelphia. Benz backhands it around to Veliz. Veliz back to Graham McGoes on the captain. Waits on the point. To the high slot it goes. Here's a reach up from long range. It was paddled down by Connor. It looked like from here. As Veliz hits it off the boards again. Hogan, who already has a goal, attempted to get a second as the Phantoms unable to clear. Good glove defensive play there by Benz. Gets it across. Trying to connect the pass there. Connor out of his crease. They score! It's Hoban. He's got another one. His second of the game. His 10th of the year. And it's 2-0 Philadelphia. 31 seconds into the minor penalty on Christopher Annunziata. Hoban, like I previously mentioned in the game, has led his entire team in points. And he's got 2 today, 2 goals on his resume. His 10th, and that one was his 10th of the season. That will give him his 12th point in game number 7 of the regular season for Philly. Redmond off the wing takes down a Phantom player. Almost seemed like the Phantoms won the penalty. They're not going to get it. As Janice goes up behind the goal, but Nolan Sargent clears it off the other side. Robinson has it on the point for a second, but the Phantoms will try to get it back out, and they do. Trying to break it in the zone there as Hathaway escapes one, takes a shot, but goes off the high glass. It deflected off a stick as a stick goes all the way down to the other side. Ashton Lezer's stick as he goes towards the bench is all the way here. If you can see, it's hard to see, but it's in the zone there. As the Phantoms trying to get a shot, but it's blocked out by Robinson, kept in there by Hathaway. Hathaway tries to corral it on, goes down to get it across the long. A delayed penalty is coming up here as the net is dislodged. A tripping penalty coming up here. It's against Ethan Robinson. The Phantoms will get a big chance with 5:40 to at least attempt to get back into the game. As Lezer will now retrieve his twig. Huge opportunity here for the Phantoms to at least try to cut the lead in half. As Robinson is not happy, he somewhat slammed the door as he went into the box of shame. You go to the box of shame, you feel bad, especially if your team is down, especially if your team lets up a goal as a result, but we'll see what will happen on this power play for Phantoms Youth 18AA. Ferguson will go for the draw, 2-14s at the circle. As Voids 14-4 for Team Philadelphia will win it defensively. As Ferguson will try to get over the blue line so the Phantoms can bring it back in. And here comes Ashton Lezer making some moves around. Holds on, centering pass, but goes off the stick of Benz. And he is unable. It looked like he was unable to clear, but then he was able to. As Red Vacheka goes off, his pass goes off the stick. That goes off the glass. The captain tried to keep it in his reach, but he can't. Benz. Short-handed chance. Here comes Graham with a short-handed chance for Graham. Graham walks in, and he couldn't get a shot on net. It was a breakaway short-handed chance for Graham, the captain of Philadelphia. Wasn't sure if he was able to even get a shot on net, but luckily for the Phantoms, it still only remains 2-0. Less than 5 minutes to go in the game. 1:10 to go on the power play. Hathaway throws it across the Shaw. Waits, shoots one off the stick there. It goes right into the breadbasket of Di Frasano as he'll stop play. Phantoms have seemed to do a good job at least maneuvering the puck in their zone, in the Team Philadelphia zone, but it doesn't seem like they haven't been able to get enough quality chances. They've taken shots, but they've been blocked down by plenty of good defensive reads from the team from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Off the draw, it's kicked away from McGray, but Phantoms keep it in. Darren Freeman twists around, holds on, gives it to Long. Long nearly ran in there to Nguyen. As Hall, the big body, gives it out to Freeman. Freeman, high slot it goes. Swept shot, deflects wide. Pyra Pavo lets it go, but it did not go. As Nguyen can't get it out. It's kept in on the point. Hathaway trying to get it to Hall. Waits in the back end, trying to go between the legs of Fresno as we get a stoppage of play. They were jabbing away. The puck was cleared all the way down. I'm guessing they called a whistle as they thought the puck was covered out, but it was not. It was still free, but they'll get the whistle. 34 seconds to go left in the Graham penalty. Long couldn't win the draw as Sabato will have on the defensive side of the ice. As he can't get it out, it goes now to Hall. Hall waits. Now to Adams, goes in the high slot. Freeman maneuvers around, has defenders around him. He gets to the other side. There's a shot deflected off the pad of DiTriano. Getting a shot there was Pyra Pavel. It's kept in there in the zone by Long. Power play is about to expire. As now Robinson comes out of the box. As we have a offsides as the power play has just expired. Nathan Bentz, as Redmond tried to clear it back out in the zone, and he is able to succeed on that attempted play. Bentz can't get it out the other way as the Phantoms rush the other way to get a shot on net there from Shaw, but an easy save made there for the starting netminder for Philadelphia, DiTriano. We'll keep our eyes on Noah Connor. Phantoms are down by a pair. They're down 2-0 with 3:17 to go in the game. We'll see if the Phantoms will attempt to go 6-5. They might as well if they want to get a chance left in the game. As Lesher gets it to Timothy Alexander. Right in there to Buneman. Glenn twirls around. That goes in front, but nobody there to keep it in for Lehigh Valley. Benz clears it all the way down, trying to get a pass in front, but they did not succeed. As Velez battles over in the blue line, Glenn was there, but now the Phantoms will bring it the other way. But meanwhile, a player is down for Philadelphia. As Newton is down again. He was down earlier. He'll take his time to get back on his feet. He's back up. Something must be bothering him physically. And that was the reason for the whistle. And it will be a penalty against Lehigh Valley. Ashton Leisure in the box for 2 minutes. And while the game's not officially over, that will definitely decrease the chances of Lehigh Valley getting back in it. There's still 2:45 to go in the game. They're down by 2. And quite commonly, yet another power play is about to begin. Graham won the draw. Phantoms clear all the way down immediately. It became a knuckle puck, so it will still be icing as they had enough elevation across the red line to get the whistle. Graham trying to get it in front, goes off the pad half corner. It's still loose within the crease as the Phantoms are able to clear it over the blue line. Nicholas White can't get it back out as Tyler Glenn lost his stick. He had the puck for a few moments as Connor Murphy trying to get it in front, goes off the right pad, and they'll get a whistle with 2:17 to go remaining in the game. Off the tie-up is kicked back out by Freeman, but Buneman will now give it now to Bentz. Bentz, I would say, who's done a pretty good job maneuvering the puck so far in this game. He's had some few offensive chances as well for Philadelphia. As now Hoban tried to fling one across as the Phantoms cleared off the glass all the way down, losing his stick there for a few moments was Tyler Adams, not Shaw. As Benz gets it to Hoban. .141 to go in the game. This will be an icing. Or it was waved off. It looked like it was an icing for a second. It was not. Lehigh Valley trying to get it back to the neutral ice. They will. It's a 1-on-4 as Shaw brings it on the side. Turns back, looks for some help, but he can't get it as the Phantoms will get a line change. That's cleared all the way through center, and it will be icing. An easy call there against Lehigh Valley. Bentz waits on defense, gets into the other side to Nicholas White. His pass was fanned on, as now Velez will bring it into the zone himself. Brings it into the Phantoms territory as Shaw will scoop it out of the side of the net. 30 seconds to go in the game. It's been definitely more of a different type of hockey game today. It's only been 2 goals scored for Philadelphia, 2 total in the game. And while the shots on net have been relatively competitive, 29-27 in favor of the Phantoms, there's been quite a lot of penalties, not a lot of goals, as time is going to wind down here at Steel Ice Center. Team Philadelphia, in their 7th game of the season, is going to win their 7th straight game, and Philadelphia beats Lehigh Valley a final score of 2-0. I'm Nicholas Garofalo. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Nick's Hockey Broadcast. Good night.